we have some updates on two power couple divorces. So first, according to multiple outlets, Tom Brady has hired his own divorce lawyer after it was reported his wife Gisele had lawyered up. Now, earlier this week, Gisele was also spotted out with her two kids, but without her wedding ring. And Brad Pitt is denying allegations he choked one of his kids and poured alcohol on them and Angelina Jolie during that infamous fight in 2016. But now TMZ is reporting Brad is estranged from his 6 kids and that Angelina is engaging in a smear campaign against him. Ooh, this just makes me so uncomfortable. Listen, we talk about this because you guys are talking about this. Hopefully we can have a respectful conversation. Like, it just makes me uncomfortable because there's children involved. Let's start with Gisele and Tom Brady. According to TMZ and their sources, they are saying that she's been threatening divorce for quite some time, and it had to do with 2 things. One, she did not want her husband, the father of her kids, to develop worse CTE and have brain injury, and also 2, him being gone 6 months out of the year. What are you thinking?
Well, first I'd clarify, I don't know if I'd say worse CTE, because you have to be diagnosed with that. I don't know if he's ever diagnosed with that. You have to take some pretty big hits, which is definitely something you have to look out for in an NFL. But as far, I'm not defending, I played football my whole life, and it taught me a lot. And again, I say this all the time. Tom Brady being the best, you're going to have to make some sacrifices. For him, it's his family. But I don't know. I don't know how to defend him. I'm just saying we don't think like him. If he doesn't really get those hits, like that you think of normal, like you see 2 people running into each other. Tom Brady's smart. He's been playing a long time. If the line's coming in, he's going to take a hit, he dumps the ball off, right? He's a smart quarterback. He's not very mobile. He's not going to run and take on a defender, right? But I see her concern. I'm not defending it in any way. It's just like, he's got something he wanted to do his whole life, and he's the greatest that ever played at it. With that comes some sacrifice. I mean, I'm going to defend that at least.
I get you defending him, but like honestly, she's more famous than he is, and it's hard to think that because
she has almost double the amount of money.
Yes, she's an international model. Like I said, Tom Brady's famous in Cleveland and Buffalo and Boston. She's famous in like Portugal and Bali. Like, she is worldwide, and I think she could say, Jeff, I don't think you know who you married. I sacrificed in my career, which was my body, to have these children that we love so much. We are in the unique position that maybe 10% of the entire world is, where we don't have to worry about money. Let's go to Bali for a year and hang out. But yet you're at the practice facility. Yet you're with your chef baking all the fat out of your meals. I didn't want this when we signed up. You said you were going to play 1 more year, and you went back on that. And I feel like she feels some kind of way, because it feels like there's a human aspect where you're just like, are you just trying to delay being with us? Are we that bad? I don't know if I'm not in her head.
He's got the rest of his life to do that, right? In 100 years, when we're all dead and gone, are they going to remember people? The book's going to remember they went to Bali when he was 45, or they're going to remember this quarterback won a Super Bowl at 45, and the last person to do that was 39 years old. They're going to remember him in the history books. That's what I'm saying. It's a different mentality, which I can't even wrap around.
His kids will be 70. His kids will remember.
And maybe they'll be proud of what their dad did. Who knows? Or maybe they'll love that Bali trip.
Maybe. I'm down for a Bali trip.
Speaking of relationships, Mila Kunis apparently wins every argument with her husband, Ashton Kutcher. On James Corden's show, Mila revealed that after she was named one of Time Magazine's most influential people, Ashton tweeted, quote, "Dear Time Magazine, I already lose every argument I have with my wife. You just had to do this, didn't you?" Mila confirmed it, adding that Ashton tells her, quote, he'd rather be happy than right. Okay. Put them aside within your own dynamics and wait, you're making a sourpuss face. What's going on?
Tori, what do you think? That seems very no one talks like that. Like, I ain't just losing an argument just so you can feel better.
I'm not either.
Yeah, if you step in the ring, I'm coming.
We're sparring.
Yeah, well, I love to verbally joust.
I don't know, you got to pick your battles.
Yeah.
But what do you think? Yeah.
Said the man that's still married.
Yeah. To be honest, you have to. I had to learn how to.
Good point.
I'm trying to find my words going. I had to learn how to fight well. I fought poorly with many people who I was in a relationship with. And when it ended, it didn't end well, and that's on me. So I had to learn to fight well, and when I do, I need to learn to have fondness and admiration for the person after. this seems kind of like a cop-out.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think that's real.
That's how I took it.
Well, I relate to this. I really do try and pick my battles. I'd much rather
just let him win.
Well, it depends on the situation. Sometimes a lot of arguments are little, tedious, stupid arguments.
Yeah, that's true.
And at the end of the day, I'd rather have a great day with my husband and my kids.
Yeah,
if it's something that matters to me, I'm working on with my therapist, like formulating my thoughts, being dysregulated, rather than going in hot and heavy.
Yeah, that's one way to end an argument.
A little Seinfeld.
But no, you know, I look at it, it's like if you...
That's under conversation too, though.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. All right, you win.
Speaking of hot and heavy, Kourtney Kardashian, we all know her and Travis are all into their PDA. Well, she is embracing her curves. On the latest episode of The Kardashians, Kourtney said her husband, Travis Barker, has helped her feel good about her body, no matter what size she is. Kourtney is so into her thicker body that when she looks back to her skinnier self, it reminds her of a time when she was anxious about being in toxic relationships. She said that when she's super skinny, she knows she's not happy. Okay, body positivity. This is a great example of it. What do you think?
At first, I was really rolling my eyes because I was like, Kourtney Kardashian has curves. Like, give me a break, to be honest.
She does.
And she does.
No,
and
she does.
And that's body shaming on my part, right? Like, I have to recalculate that way. But what I liked is that she brought in, when her body changed, she knew her mental part was different. And that's true for a lot of women I know. If you're not good up here, you're not feeling good down there. So I understand that. You always said this to me. Like, men like...
A lot of men.
A lot of men like it, like having some...
And it's not contingent on what we like. It's how you feel.
Right.
I get that.
But it's important to hear that, to be honest.
I feel like it's not represented. It's so very...
You've always told me that.
It's very strange to me as a person that does... I just like women. But, you know, just in general, I just thought that was so weird. I didn't even know that this was an issue. Like, because so many men that are friends of mine have expressed that that's what they like, too. So I'm interested, Jeff. I'm waiting for the body positivity movement to go both ways, because right now I do feel like it's a flawed movement in that if Lisa Rinna goes on TV and she's got a bikini on, people tell her, put clothes on, you're too skinny. But the bigger you are, you're big and you're beautiful. And it really cuts the knees out from underneath the argument.
Yeah, again, we're hearing from 10% of the people. That's all we talk about is the 10%. You question whatever, give your little surveys that you do, 90% of the dudes can say I like a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But each person has their own little thing. I think the tragedy was Travis Barker wearing that cape like he was the king of Zamunda.
We
should talk about that.
I didn't see him in the picture.
I don't care how famous you are. You don't go out in a cape. What is that?
It's not a cape.
It's a
We're talking about Kim Kardashian when he's wearing a blanket with a hood. Get real.
It's Hermes.
It's an Andy Warhol
I don't care how much that talks. I don't care who made that. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I don't care who do you think you are?
Yeah, I'm with you. It's a bit avant-garde.
Where are you going with that? Are you going to order a coffee or sandwich? You can't relate to anybody.
It's an event. He's wearing event attire.
Get out of here.
All right.
You're a drummer.
A very good drummer.
Yeah, you're not the king of drumland.
Oh,
all right.
Good one.
Bye.
Ouch.